Hello, hello. It should be illegal to start school at 7 in the morning. That's what I told myself in high school, and my silent protest was just showing up late every single day. And my first period class was a social studies class by a guy named Mr. Bonavita. And he was a guy I could describe. He wears jeans and sandals all year round. And I walk into class late one time, and he has a turntable deck like on the table. And I was like, what's going on? And he's explaining to the kids that he's a DJ. And I was like, damn, the DOE is really not paying. Got a second job? Why are you telling us about this job? And he tells us that he's gonna teach us a history lesson through music, and he's gonna teach us how history doesn't repeat itself, but it does rhyme. And he proceeds to mix Beyonce's Single Ladies into Jackson's 5, I Want You Back. And my brain explodes. And I thought to myself, as I'm watching him do this, I was like, I think I wanna be a DJ. Like, I think this might be, and DJing is not a career that my parents had in the books for me. They're Haitian American, or they're Haitian immigrants, excuse me. They wanted me to be a doctor, a nurse, nursing assistant, basically anyone that worked in a medical office. That's what they wanted me to do. But as I was watching him do this, I could see my career flash before my eyes. You know, I'd be at MSG, throwing the house down. I'd be somewhere in Ibiza, on the sands, doing craziness, doing a party at Martha's Vineyard for Barack Obama. And at the end of that school year, I got the courage up to ask Mr. Bonavia if he could teach me. And he said, yeah, he gave me a job. And I was like, this is where it begins. Where am I gonna start? Where's MSG? That's not where I started. I started a karaoke. I was a karaoke DJ. Just a moment of silence for all karaoke DJs. They truly are the unsung essential workers, truly, working hard. And I would be there every single Thursday night at this bar called the Salty Dog in Bay Ridge. And I would watch these people sing Celine Dion off key, and I'd have to play music right after that. And I got good. Like, your boy was kind of nice. I was kind of nice with it. People would come back, they'd be like, yo, the music is bad, but I want to stay here for you. I was like, yeah, you know. And I learned a couple things about DJing. The first thing that I learned is that never take requests. Stevie Wonder is not gonna work after playing My Neck and My Back by Lil' Kim. It's not the vibe I'm trying to build here. Two, if you're in Brooklyn, which I was DJing all the time, you gotta play Biggie, at least once throughout the night. You gotta play some Notorious B.I.G. And the third thing is that it's all about the crowd. I'm looking out into people's faces, and I'm like trying to make sure people are having a good time. And like I said, I was pretty good. And when Mr. Bonavita told me that, hey, I want you to DJ this prom, I was like, of course. I know prom people. I had my prom last year. I was 19 years old. I was feeling myself. I was like, yo, this is gonna be the best party. I know their music. I know what they want. So it was me and my boy Perry. We were gonna spin this party. And we suit up and we show up and we're feeling ourselves. We're like, yo, it's gonna be the best. And we had, as kids start coming in, Donna, our contact person with the school, she tells us that, hey, you're gonna have a little set in the very beginning, and then we're gonna do some dinner, and then we'll let you play for the rest of the night. I was like, all right, that's cool. We had kids come up to us, and kid dapped me up. He said, yo, play my tunes. I said, yeah, I got you, my boy, I got you. And me and Perry decide to start off a set by playing Brian McKnight 1. The reason is because we wanted to have all the kids up. We wanted them slow dancing, because then when we were slow dancing, they'd all be out on the dance floor. And then I was gonna drop some crazy tunes on them. And we play Brian McKnight 1, and everyone is dancing. It's beautiful. It's like a teen movie. I envisioned a kid that had a crush on a girl. He just finally said, hey, let's dance. We're making dreams come true. And as the song ends, I drop Danza Kuduro. Blow, 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 Danza Kuduro. And that song, when I heard it at my prom a year before, that's when I like loosened up my tie, threw that joint around my head. I'm started swinging around. And I look up at the crowd and it didn't drop the way I wanted to drop. Donza Gaduro kind of like sunk. And I was a little confused, and me and Perry look at each other and we play another song and still not working. And a kid comes up to us with his phone and he's like, yo, just, can you play this? And I wave him off, and we play another song, and soon the dance floor is like almost empty. And then Donna comes up to us, and she says, yo, it's good, let's get him, go for dinner. And she saves us. And I look at Perry, and I realize that, we don't have what these kids want to listen to. We don't know what they want to hear. And I go to the bathroom, and I look at myself in the mirror, and my tuxedo, my suit doesn't feel as cool. It kind of feels a little tight. It's like I'm sweating, but I hype myself up. I'm like, no, I got this. Like, we got this. I know these people. Like, I know how to DJ. I've been doing this karaoke stuff for a year. Like, I got this. I go back out there, and me and Perry are thinking of our game plan. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna play? And the kid with the phone comes back up to us, and he's like, yo, play this. And we look at it, and it's Vibes Cartel. He's like, yo, play Vibes Cartel. This is what we want. We are a Caribbean people. We are Caribbean students. Play the Vibes Cartel. And I look at Perry, and we break our first rule. And we play Vibes Cartel to start off this next set. And I don't know if anyone here has ever heard Vibes Cartel. You ever heard a song called Bicycle by Vibes Cartel? It's not a song about his love of Schwinn bikes. But we play it, and the kids go mod. They're bugging out, and I'm like, okay. And then I decide to drop Single Ladies by Beyonce, and they going feral. They're losing their mind. And then as it's about to end, I drop the Jackson 5, I Want You Back. And I'm pretty sure someone screamed. It was like a blood. I was like, oh, someone's hurt. Something is wrong. And they're dancing. And the kid with the phone comes back up. He's like, yo, play more vibes. And I look at Perry, and we both have this realization. We only have that one Vibes Cartel song. And we're like, can we get away with playing this Vibes Cartel song for the next hour and 45 minutes? He's like, yo, play the tunes. So I was like, all right, you know what? What's in that wheelhouse? I was like, I'll play like Murder, She Wrote. Yeah, she was singing about a murder. It was ours. It was our murder because we were dying up there. And we're playing song after song, and the dance kids are just going back to their seats, and we're just playing to basically an empty dance floor. And if you're a DJ and you play it like 3 songs, and after each song, people are leaving on the dance floor, it's gonna be a bad night. Like we felt it. And I'm like, yo, this is gonna be the worst. This is already gonna be the worst night of our lives. Okay, the kids are having a terrible time. They're having a terrible time. And we look at each other and we're like, yo, how do we get out of this? And we're like, let's play Biggie. That's gonna get him back. And I start off the Biggie song. It was all a dream. And I truly wished that it was a dream because we're having it is bad. And by the end of the night, we're playing to an empty dance floor. And I look out in people's faces and the kids, and you could tell I ruined their prom. You can tell they were gonna remember this night for the rest of their lives because they did not have a good time. I don't know if you've ever seen people in tuxedos and sparkly suits upset. It's terrible. It's not fun. It doesn't make you feel good. And as the kids are leaving, they don't even look at us, and we're packing up, and I was like, Donna's not even gonna pay us. We're probably gonna get some dinner rolls and some salad. And to our surprise, she comes back and she gives us a check and she says, you guys were phenomenal. And we're like, what? She was like, yo, we were dancing all night. I was popping and locking in a corner. I was like, Donna, where were you? And we get back in our car, and the car ride home is very sad. It's quiet. But I'm thinking about that moment where we had them dancing, where it was euphoric for 4 minutes and 42 seconds. And next year, and the year after, she hires us again. And I made sure that history didn't repeat itself, but it did rhyme. And we had them dancing all night long. Thank you.